just to checking in with you guys first thing in the morning. It feels weird to see you like halfway through the day. I haven't decided if I'm gonna leave this evening and free camp overnight in the parking lot near where I'm gonna be camping the rest of the weekend, or if I'm gonna take the extra time at home, work a little overtime to earn some extra money, and then go up super early in the morning. So that's TBD. I hope you can see me with the lighting the way it is. It's a bit harsh. But so far I have checked the air in my tires, which is right where it should be. I have topped off my gas tank, gone grocery shopping. I have not gotten the house in perfect order like I wanted to, but that seems to be one item that I've rarely been able to cross off lately. I did have to deal with one unexpected challenge when I realized that I somehow lost somewhere in Terra my debit card. Shoot, it had to have slipped through one of the cracks somewhere. I know the last time I used it, I remember having it inside. I have the receipt from that transaction, and I have no idea where my card went, so I have a feeling it slipped somewhere. But now that she's all loaded up, it's harder to look in all of the little cracks and underneath everything. So I am very confident that it was in here. So I'm gonna hold off on doing anything with it. I'm gonna have some emergency cash. I have my backup emergency credit card, which I just used to top off my tank to make sure that it's working well since I never use it. So anywho, I've just been kind of running all over town getting things ready for my trip. I'm gonna be gone for the next 3, maybe 4 days or so on the East Coast. Hopefully seeing sea turtles, moms and or hatchlings, and other wildlife. I'm also going to be going to a few other gems in the area that I can't wait to show you, and I think I'm going to take you along with me to show you what like a typical day of me exploring looks like. I might show you what a typical day of what I eat on the road is like. I kind of want to start showing you a little more of my personal stuff besides just the beautiful scenery, so that it's a little bit more realistic of a picture for everyone. I hope it translates the way that it is in my head once I actually attempt it. We'll see, right? But anyways, I will check in with you all again a little bit later. Right now I'm heading over to my parents to hang out with them for a little bit. And then I have to decide what I'm going to do either this evening or super early tomorrow morning. And if I'm really going to be able to get out the door at 3 a.m., we'll see. Oh, I gotta tell you all, I'm really hoping that I don't melt. It's showing 98 degrees on my thermometer right now. And it's about 5 o'clock in the evening. I was thinking about doing another hour or 2 of overtime and then heading out kind of close to my camp spot for the next few days. There's a few fishing piers there that are 24 hours, so I was thinking of parking at one of those tonight so that I wouldn't have to be responsible for getting up at like 2 a.m. to get out the door in time. But I'm thinking at this point, since it's already 5 and it's so hot and I still have a few more things I need to do, I think I might as well just try to go to bed early and just leave the house at like 3 a.m. That way I'll still get there in plenty of time, and to be honest, I kind of prefer driving at that time of day just because there's nobody on the road. I mean, I know technically it's a weekend, but the route that I'm going, it's not really a route that people would typically be taking coming home from a late night or anything. So I think that's going to be my plan. I think I'm just going to leave around 3:30 tomorrow morning, and then just spend the few nights there that I have in the campground, because I'm just looking at the forecast, and I was hoping that we'd at least have a chance of afternoon storms, some cloud cover, but I really think that that Sahara dust cloud is going to keep it dry enough to keep most of that moisture away, which will be good humidity wise, but I think we're going to be about 100 degrees most of the weekend. And I am not going to have a lot of shade cover like I'm used to, so y'all pray for me. I'm a little nervous, but I'm bringing my clam with me. I am going to have that set up. I'm hoping that I'll have enough like breeze coming off the water. So with all of my tools available and those two things combined, I'm hoping that I'm comfortable enough. And there's a few museums that I want to check out and show you guys, and a botanical gardens that has some shady spots, so we'll be able to escape the heat at least part of the time. And hey, I can always take like 36 million cold showers at the bathhouse if I need to, right? I did mean to show you how I check the air in my tires, because I'm sure that there's at least one or two of you that it would be new information to, because confession, I just recently started doing that myself after all these decades on Earth in the past year. So I was going to go ahead and show that, but I'll show that on how I prep for a long trip. Since I definitely do more car related stuff, I do keep my rescue emergency bag with me at all times. You can probably see behind me I'm pretty much loaded up. The only things that I still need to do to get ready are load up my clothes and, load up my clothes and pre-chill my fridge and finish loading that. And there were a couple of things that I was still planning on charging. I got my fans charged. I think my anchor, however you say that, battery might need to be topped off a little bit. Other than that, I think I recharged my dehumidifier, so that's another thing I do. I got all of that stuff recharged. Of course, my jackeries I recharged at home base so that I could make use of that. Shore power, so those are ready to go. And actually, when I get back to home base here in a minute from topping off my gas tank and doing my last minute errands, I am going to show you how I stay charged up currently, since I don't have solar yet. I really want 200 watt panels eventually so that I can charge off grid, but I will show you how I stay powered up for now, and it's been working for me at least in the meantime, whether or not it's ideal. And I do apologize if my air is loud, because, oh Lord, I said it was 98 a minute ago. I just looked down. We're at 102 now, ladies and gents, 102. This is not going to make for fun camping if I don't get a little bit of shade. We're really going to put my tips and tricks to the test that I mentioned in my How to Keep Cool video. If you have not watched that, go to that after this. I'll link it below. But we are definitely going to be utilizing that, and at least I'll be by the water, so I can always get into the Atlantic Ocean if I get too hot. All right, we're almost back to home base, so as soon as we get there, I'm gonna load in a few last minute items and touch base with you again to actually show you how I stay charged, so that you can see how I keep my Jackery Explorer 1000 charged currently for trips until I'm able to upgrade to solar and have that supplement my trips. But so far, it's been working great for me, so more on that to come. I know I've mentioned it, but I kind of wanted to show you so that you could see what I do. I believe most of the Dodge Grand Caravans are like this. I'm not sure about other models of minivans or SUVs, but I have a feeling it's not just mine. So if you have a similar setup in yours, then this might work for you too. Alright, so as you can see, my kitty Isis is helping me with some overtime that I've got going on, and I am binge watching Bailey Sarian. Please ignore the floor that I haven't vacuumed just yet. And my basic live, laugh, love. Yes, I'm that girl. I was hoping to film a couple of videos on my favorite apps, but I think I'm gonna wait until I get back from my trip to do that. I did finish packing. I've got my little emergency first aid, my undergarments, my tops bag, my bottoms bag. I always have about 5 days worth of clothes just in case. I have my liter of water. I just had a Super Troopers flashback. Do they make liter cola? All right, if you know, you know. If not, I apologize. I've got a couple extra Gatorades and seltzers to pack in the back so that I can swap those out once I use the ones in the fridge. My emergency breakfasts for when I'm being lazy. My buns for sandwiches, crackers. I've got to wash my milk frother before I pack that up with my coffee stuff. I'm going to make one more cup. So I'm going to go load this in Terra, and then I'm officially packed aside from my fridge. And after that, I'll be officially packed except for this fridge right here. As you can see, I've got it pre-chilled. I already have it loaded with my food, but that'll be the last thing I plug in because there's no point in me draining any of my Jackery power until I'm ready to go. So as soon as I hit the road, that's when I'll pop it in and plug it in, and I'll show you that setup too in a minute. All right, so I wanted to show you how I keep Terra charged while I'm on the road. I use this 12-volt plug right here for my Jackery. And as you can see, it's running right under here to my input, which you can see is doing, here's my screen, absolutely nothing right now. That's because my car is not on. Now, hold please. I've now turned my car on and you can see that it is feeding it. Now it's only giving 15 or 16 watts, and that's because it's already fully charged. But I only do that because I keep this plug for my fridge plugged into the 12-volt at all times when I'm traveling. It just is constantly plugged into my Jackery, so that way every time I'm driving, it's giving it a little bit of juice back so that I don't run it too low. And I'll show you what that looks like from the back. I'm not sure if you can see or not, but in addition to my Jackery cord, my fridge cord actually runs down underneath my seats and to the side, and then comes out in the back. And then I just have it running right up through here, not tangled up in anything, of course, so that I can access it all. And then I have it ready to plug into my fridge once I hit the road. And then I think I've shown you guys before, once I have the fridge in, I'll use this as an extra layer of insulation to reflect the heat off of my fridge so it doesn't have to work so hard. But for now, it slides nicely in there when I need it to. So that is how I keep Terra charged currently. It's not perfect, but it definitely gets the job done. Good morning, friends and adventurers. It's about 4 a.m., so excuse my face and my voice. I am heading out. The stuff you saw on the dining room table yesterday, I finished loading into Terra. I just hooked up my fridge and I am charging via the method I showed you yesterday. I'm ready for a few days of fun in the sun, although I wouldn't mind some clouds to come in and give me a break from the triple digits. It's definitely going to be hot this next few days, but I'm going to have so much fun and hopefully I'll have lots of cool stuff to show you. I don't know if this video is a hit or not. I just kind of basically wanted to show you what I go through before I run out for a short trip. I always have everything pretty much pre-packed as far as my 3-drawer storage unit that you can barely make out right here. And all of my others, like my food, emergency food storage, all that kind of stuff. So I just added those groceries that you saw on the table into my snack bag and fridge. And that's pretty much it, aside from, you know, obviously changing out my clothes, socks, underwear, things like that. So it's a very easy process, which is great because I'm less likely to forget stuff if I always have it the same and ready to go. Let me turn down the air so I'm not blasting you guys out. I hope you could hear all of that before. But anyways, like I said, I'm all loaded up. Fridge is plugged in. Actually, you can see the reflection back there, which reminds me I didn't cover it, so I'm actually going to go ahead and go put the Reflectix over it like I showed you I do with the WeatherTech. So hold please. We're ready to go. So, as always, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to watch. I hope that you found this helpful and that it kind of shows you how I get myself ready to get out. I do add a few more steps when I'm going on a longer trip, obviously, which also requires more prep and a more detailed itinerary. So I will do a video walking you through all of that and showing you how I check the air in the tires, what specifically I do maintenance-wise for Terra, and all of that. But I hope this gives you a good idea in the meantime, and I hope to see you again very soon. Bye, guys.